All right, we are back now for this Food City Friday with registered dietitian Kirby Moir, who has done some switching for us to give us more great ideas, which I'm loving because I think we are trying to be a little bit more wise now that we have this fresh start with our grocery carts.
It's our new year, we're new you.
Yeah.
And Chris and I, we've really dived into the produce department deep.
We did.
Just kind of sharing some more of those special savings from Food City this weekend and some other tips to help balance your budget with some of these better for you options.
You know, it's like they knew everybody was going to be looking for some healthier options and ways to, so I'm so glad that they're like very in tune with,
yes,
we're going to help you do this.
Yeah.
And a little motivation.
I think too, some things to keep in mind. Of course, we have some special savings this weekend, but also focusing on how can I carry that over just into the new year. Our Pick 5 program over here, another produce option this Friday and Saturday. It is $5 Friday and Saturday. So you get 5 vegetable bundles for $5.
Oh, that's a great deal.
Cannot beat that. Yeah, and that's a great saving option throughout the year. I love the peppers, zucchini, squash, mushrooms, carrots, and tomatoes, primarily because those are going to be super rich in nutrients, and they're very versatile in terms of how we can use them in recipes. So great time to stock up, and that's also going to be with our meat department. So you can do that in our produce section and then carry that over to the meat department as well, just to kind of, again, stretch those savings as we add some new items to our cart.
I like that when you're shopping, especially for the week, to be able to do that and then look at your recipes and find ways to kind of build those vegetables in.
Super simple. And then I always like to mention kind of our Food City store brands, which are super easy to remember. We have Food Club and Full Circle Market. These are going to be designated throughout our store, also with our Pick Well tags. So a lot of times people get overwhelmed. They're like, what should I look for on the label? We tend to kind of really look at the front and say, oh, this is, you know, saying whole grain, or what does that mean? So I love our store brands because they're going to be at that price point that we're looking for. They're going to deliver that quality, but then we're also doing that same nutrition analysis to help you find choices like whole grain, heart healthy, low sodium, no sugar added. Your doctor or dietitian might be giving you this advice, and then you're like, where do I start? Yes. We're really connecting that throughout our store. And again, I love that this is that value driven. We're still getting that awesome quality. And again, very versatile picks, which is what I love. And building the pantry at this time of year, getting rid of some of the Christmas candy, some of our baked goods.
You know what? It's liberating when you do that. Like, I'm like, okay, we've had this long enough. We're going to push out some of the sweets. Yeah. And then we're going to put in some different things.
Having some options there. And of course, this weekend, it's going to be very cold. Yes. We're all feeling that energy. These meal deals are going to be continuing at Food City. Also another weekend thing, which we encourage people to have family meals throughout the week because when we connect at the dinner table, it lets us slow down to eat together. But serving up a nutritious meal is another great way to get kids to eat more fruits and vegetables and adults. So I love that this weekend features a lean beef, and then we get potatoes and carrots, so you could do a beef stew. Oh. Yeah, really hands-off, easy meal that's filled with nutrients. And again, this is just another great way to make half of our plate fruits and vegetables.
And when you think about that, you know, we were talking about your plate.
Yes.
Usually my veggies are just kind of right here. Yeah. So they need to just have some friends.
A little bit bigger, yeah. And again, we talk about this a lot. Don't feel so worried about what do I need to get rid of in the new year. Really focus on what you're adding on to that plate, building those positive behaviors. It empowers you to continue doing healthy things versus, you know, if we have some hot cocoa, we enjoy ourselves a little bit, we do not want to feel guilty about that. We want to focus on building some of those better for you choices.
Because these are things you want to carry throughout the year.
Exactly.
Not just the first couple of weeks in January. That's why we take the baby steps, right? And I do love the tags that you guys have almost in every section.
Yes.
I know, like when I go to the breads, I'm always looking for those because it's got all the information I need. You've already done my homework.
Yes, and foodcity.com/pickwell will explain to you how we're building these tags, just because we want to make sure people are aware. Well, how is the dietitian deciding what gets tagged? We give that information, and you can also browse or shop all of those options online or on our mobile app as well.
Which is great. And like you said, building the pantry, so tomorrow morning we may not have to go out when it's really cold and rainy. We've already gotten our things and we can make our stews and just enjoy the night. It's good stuff. Thank you, Kirby.
Thank you.
She's power shopping. I love it. Foodcity.com for more information. As she said, recipes. You can also find out more about the Pick Well program. Lots of good stuff on the website. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy shopping.